So it's Blackrock week, and this is the guide for Gnomeregan Dungeon, which is my least favorite dungeon, personally, by the way. So we will go through the stages first, and then we will take a look at the build, which you can see above me, by the way, right now. So let's get started with the first stage, and what we're gonna do in here, well, I kind of wanna deny that gold right at the beginning. I wanna get that chest as well. A safe pilot is gonna kill my kobold, unfortunately. That's gonna be fine for now. Rend is fine in the first stage. In the third stage he's a little bit problematic to use, but in the first stage he's useful because flying units cannot be knocked overboard by the boss. So Gargoyle and Rend, they cannot be knocked overboard, and they will just be able to fly back in case. Oops, I was a little bit too hasty with that one. I was supposed to drop the Gargoyle over here. But of course, if Rend dismounts from the dragon, then he can be knocked overboard, so that can happen. Let's claim that chest, so our enemy cannot claim it. We will wait for that to pass, and then we will go and mine this gold. We are already dealing great damage. Like you can see, the Gargoyle, even if he gets pushed away, he will just fly back and deal great damage. So now if we can get this shield buff for the Gargoyle, that's even better, because now he won't be knocked back, so he will actually have more time to deal damage to the boss. And we can just use safe Whelpex to snipe pretty much any crown type of units in this map and in the other maps as well. But this first stage is really simple with the Gargoyle. Like they maybe get only one hit in every time they are deployed, but they will just keep flying back in, dealing that one hit again and again and again and again until the boss is dead. So they are really valuable. So you just basically have to focus on defending yourself long enough for the Gargoyles to do their job. And Rend is also really good and handy unit in there as well, especially if you can also pick up the defense buff for Rend, so he can just stand there, deal extreme damage to the boss. But let's go take a look at the second stage. Okay, so the second stage is, well, definitely the hardest one out of these three, and I really dislike this stage. But we will try to focus on getting this tower first, the left one, so we can gain access to this gold vein. And after that we can start to contest the chest as well. And ideally we want them both, and then we can start pushing towards the boss, so let's go. We kinda have to see what the enemy will play in the beginning, so we can try to counter that one. I think we should be able to... Let's see if Rend can... Yeah, Rend can take care of those. That's good for us. That's really good for us. I'm gonna place Willboard to defend over there. I should have played the Pyromancer a little bit more to the back. That was my mistake. Maybe we can take that damage. Where's our Gargoyle? Our Gargoyle is not willing to come. Okay, we can take care of that, and then we can safe pilot Mountaineer. And now I think we can push to the first tower. We are taking a lot of damage to our castle, but sometimes that's just fine if it allows you to do your thing you are supposed to be doing, like taking out the enemy towers. Don't be afraid taking a little bit of damage if it helps you in the long run. I'm gonna play Pyromancer in here, hopefully kill that one. Yes. I think we will be able to get the... Oh, okay. Both of them died to one hit. Yeah, Pyromancer, way to go. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Can we get the tower? Yes, that's really good. We got it up, so we got some defense. And fortunately we got the troll killed as well with the Pyromancer, so now we can push this second tower. I'm gonna safe pilot this melee unit and the Griffin. That was lucky for me. I'm gonna also contest this chest now, because I have my towers, and now we can start working our way towards the boss itself. And meanwhile, of course, we can mine gold. So I think I'm gonna do like... I'm gonna play Rend over here. I'm gonna play Gargoyle over here, and ideally I wanna play the Quillbow behind the boss so that it will take aggro from the boss. It can tank these electric attacks quite well, so we can get a lot of damage in. I'm gonna save pilot that. Well, that was an unneeded save pilot, but we will get one hit in with that. I think we will actually win this one, yeah. That was quite easy. So if you can do the push like that, like push from multiple sides, and if even better if you can just bait the boss with the Quillbow, because the Quillbow can really tank the boss damage and attacks so well. So that's really effective strategy for that one. But you want to take out both of those towers, because those AoE rocket launchers are just so freaking annoying in this map. But let's go to the third stage. So in here our goal is just to destroy these amp switches before the enemy does, and this is really unfair. He has a shield, I can't hit him with normal attacks, I don't have a shield. How is that fair? Tell me. But we have access to a lot of gold, so that kind of balances things out a little bit. The annoying thing with Rend in this map is that flying units do not destroy these. Oh, I was a little bit too slow with that one. That was unfortunate. I'm gonna play Rend anyway to take care of that safe pilot. Let's go mine that gold vein. Hopefully we can get that one. Did we get that one? Yes, we got. No, we also lost that one. Oh shit. It's good. So ideally, a lot of melee units in this map would be good. And I should have, for example, I should have safe pilot that one. I don't think I need to safe pilot this one, so let's keep our safe pilot for now. Or do we actually? Enemy's playing this really well. Let's make sure we get at least these two. Let's take that one as well. You're gonna lose a couple of them, that's not gonna be an issue. But you just can't keep losing the majority if you want to win this one. Another annoying thing is that if the boss insta-kills your monsters when they approach the boss, and that happens, you instantly lose the amp switch, so that's also a really annoying mechanic if you ask me. Let's take that one really quickly. Let's play Rend. So this stage can be easily the easiest or the hardest of these. Depends how it starts going, like do you get the advantage with the switches or not. Let's see if we can get the switch with this one. No, we can. And let's... That's not good. But with these two, I think we are at least close to winning this one. Let's go mine some more gold. This I really like. It has a different, like, unique game mechanic, sure, but I don't really like this map too much. So this should be our win over here right now. There we go. Yeah, dungeon done. That was basically the third stage is. It's simple. You have a simple mission. But it just can be quite annoying at times. I don't really like the first stage is fine. The second stage is annoying, but it's fine. Like third stage also, like, it's my least favorite dungeon. What can I say? I like all the other dungeons more than this one. But let's go take a look at the minis and the talents that I have been using in this build. So it was a Rend Blackhand deck as you saw, and I'm using the Flaming Soul talent for Rend. If you have picked the Scale and Steel, that is just fine as well. I picked the Flaming Soul first, so I'm using that one. In this stage, maybe it's not the most useful talent, but overall I feel like Flaming Soul is really good talent for Rend. And Wellbecks are in here with the Flame Burst. They are just insane with the Flame Burst talent, and they're really good in multiple cases. For example, sniping out ground units, sniping out Mountaineers in the first stage and in the second stage, for example, and just providing extra damage anywhere on the board. Really, really good and versatile unit. Especially their Blackrock, they fit in the build really well. And then we have the Pyromancer in here with the Conflagrate talent to double the splash area. You could use another range type of unit, like Huntress would be really good as well, especially like in this dungeon. Huntress would do so well. Again, like against the Mountaineers or other units and the flying units as well. The problem is I don't have an army trait boost for Huntress, so unless your Huntress is really over leveled, it's probably better to use someone else. So I picked the Pyromancer so he gets the boost from the Blackrock, and Pyromancer with the splash damage is really good unit as well. Then the Gargoyle as our siege damage flying unit with the wing buffet to increase the movement speed, especially in the first stage, really useful because it cannot get knocked overboard by the boss. And in the second stage, it's just basically solos the tower when you send it to them. If no range unit starts attacking it, like it doesn't really care too much about the tower's rocket attacks. It can just solo the towers for you if it's just 101 on that. And then defias bandits. I don't have a talent for them. The grid hates me for some reason, so they are a bit under-leveled compared to the other units in the build. But just fine, they are cheap unit. They can be used to like, well, to do some stun, a little bit damage, but also like claiming chests and cycling your deck, and really good versatile unit. You should get some talent for it if you don't have the luck I have. I think either Deadly Poison or Picklock, depending on which one you wish, like you need more. If you use Defiant Bandits in general, I don't really use them that often, but they really do work quite well to make this deck a little bit less expensive as well. Oh, another reason, by the way, I forgot to say that the Gargoyle is great for Rend, also because Rend makes flying units cheaper when they are in play, so you get the Gargoyle essentially for 3 gold if your Rend is alive while you are playing Gargoyle, so that's also really good synergy there between the leader. The only problem with Rend is that in the third stage he is semi-useless because he cannot destroy the amp switches, but we have to live with that one. We have to level up Rend anyway. Then we have the Quillbow as our another. We have a lot of unbound units in this deck. I do love unbound units. I have the Tunnel Vision for more quick deployment, and he is really good in the second stage because he can really tank the boss damage. As you saw in the second stage, he's really good in there, really valuable unit in this build. And then at the last slot, the safe pilot with the Gnomist cloaking device. Again, unbound unit, extremely valuable unit, extremely good unit. I don't have any words for that. It's just one of the best units in the game. That's the build. We don't really have much of like tank unit in this build. Don't feel like they are really needed that much. Rend is kind of tanky once he lands, so that works for us. But we have a lot of like AoE damage, a lot of like range damage, and that works for this build. Now, this is the build. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment down below. I will be happy to answer to the best of my knowledge. And have you had any success with this build or any other build? I would love to know. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time, my friends. Laku out.